Hello, my name is Garx82, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 3. I am just currently crafting up another transformer, a high HV high amp transformer, using some of those coils that we had on our blast furnace originally. That is because I am planning on kind of splitting up our power. So up until this point, we were basically feeding one HV battery buffer. This was powering the whole base. It is kind of crazy that we were basically running the entire base on 6 batteries. But most of this stuff, this is all like LV stuff, doesn't use a lot of power. Like some of this stuff, like 1 or 2 EU per tick when it's running, if it's even running. It basically just sits there idle most of the time. So yeah, we are basically running the entire base off 6 of those. But now that we have upgraded to EV power, we're feeding that from our power gen over there. I'm going to we're going to add more batteries for sure when I get those crafted up. So at least 8. Unfortunately, 9 is a bit awkward with the cabling. If we're gonna stick with the aluminum cables, I do like titanium cables, but we're a little it's a lot of resources that I could be using for other stuff at this point for titanium. Once we get better sources of titanium, I might switch over to that. If I had like a mob farm for ender pearls, we could maybe think about doing vibrant alloy even. That's similar to titanium. But titanium becomes easy once you get to Mars. But we're not there yet, obviously. So a little ways away. But in the meantime, I'm just using aluminum cables. So yeah, the aluminium, however you want to say it. Like there's an 8 amp cable, but there's no like 9 amp, so it's kind of awkward for the 9. I know it's just because it's a 3x3. So we'll probably get 8 of those, and then what we're going to do is branch off into other parts of the base. And what I'm thinking here, we were originally using that. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to place this here. And then I'm going to get rid of this. Now, obviously, I do need to run these, but I think we're going to maybe move these away in this episode. So get these distillation towers broken down and moved to a better area, I think. We have plenty of sulfuric light fuel and heavy fuel already crafted up. So we're good for a little while. So let's do that. And then this. Okay, so before I plop this down, we got our row of machines, and I'm thinking we'll probably have another row. At least. This is a little awkward to have in the base. We could even throw it over here, would be better-ish. So what we want is... yeah, when you start looking at all this cabling under here, like, in theory, all this stuff will be gone. So we'll have more room. So maybe... what would probably be better would actually be... thinking if this would be a cable. You know what? Maybe not. To be honest, it's going to be easier going that way. Although we will have... let's get this. Could always put it here. Maybe here. Nah, actually that's... I'm just trying to think, like, if I come down, I can have two of these, like, rows of machines off one, and I'm just trying to figure out how I want to go about doing that. You know, I think going this way would probably be easier. So we'll connect that to that. I think we will probably increase the size of this as well. But for the time being, I don't really use more than 6 batteries. Yeah, I guess I can just switch these over. And then I guess we'll just kind of go underneath. I could drop this down to do 2 amps. Probably not necessary because there's only 6 batteries in there. But I figure that way we won't try to pull. And there's only 4 there anyway, but all right. So that, yeah, that is that. Okay. So now this can go and this can go. I'm gonna leave... I'll just break it. I was gonna say I was gonna leave that just to remind that they need to be hooked up, but okay. So now we kind of are giving ourselves a bit more room here. So I'm thinking, let's see, where is... So this is the middle. I don't know why I decided to put 2. There we go. Man, it's a bit hard to get... Okay, so it's here. So the middle would be here. That's actually farther this way than I had realized. I guess what we'll probably do is maybe branch off this way. Question is, do I want a diode to limit the amount? A 2 amp cable diode. Maybe? I'm going to throw that there just so I remember. Connect that there, and then we'll branch off this way. It just limits the amount of power. That way I don't have to worry about accidentally burning up aluminum cables or something like that. Because 3 machines just happen to turn on at the same time and pulled 3 amps. It just helps with that. So I think that's what we'll do. So I guess the diode would maybe go there, and then we'll go off that way with the cables. Come this way. And then maybe branch that way into like a distillation area. Again, the other option would be to use AE to transfer our fluids around the base, so I don't need to be right next to that. We could use AE to transfer, but I would need to get AE cables over here, and I would need to get AE cables over there, and I'm still kind of at the point where I'm trying to get everything automated, so crafting up, you know, 100 AE cables at the moment is a little bit, it's still quite manual. I'm trying to avoid that. Okay, so I think that's what we'll do. I'm just thinking, I'm like, this is a little bit awkward, but okay. I could go off this. Which one is? Okay, so that is, we don't want to be building a platform on a half slab. Maybe we go this way. Out here for our distillation area. We are kind of like producing power here, sending it into the base, and then sending it back out to over here. So like, if you think about it, we are losing quite a bit of power to cable loss at that point. I'm sure there is some, I mean, you could use P2P. There is loss in the GregTech ones. Wherever you are, where can I, there it is, yeah. There is loss. I don't actually know what it is. So if you think about it, there probably is like a mathematical point where running 30 cables would be worse than just sending it through there and dealing with that loss. I don't remember what it is though. Like, is it 10%? Like if it's 10%, that means we would lose 200 EU per tick kind of thing for every amp that goes through there. So it would make sense to run cabling. But once you get past, you know, 100 cables, then it would be better. Anyway, I'm just talking a lot. Let me start building out here and see what we do. We are back, and I started building out a platform. So I think it's going to kind of go here. I did go up one. I might go up a second one, just so it's like different levels. Maybe up a little bit higher. And I will probably maybe not have it, like all these are kind of symmetrical. I figure maybe we can go down like this. So, no, actually, now I'm thinking about it, if I do that, I do kind of block. I would be kind of blocking myself. You know what? If I want to build out farther here, we could always like go through the building. We don't necessarily need to have it separate, although I do kind of like having separate walkways or like pathways for the power and stuff. We'll do that. I do want to, well, first thing I noticed, since I moved that up, we're getting water dripping through. It doesn't do anything, but yeah, those slabs, for some reason, oh, there it is. Yeah, that's weird. I thought, I didn't think that would have happened, but it seems like because those are on the, I can't remember, is that like the bottom of the block or the top? I don't remember which, but anyway, we got water coming through and I don't like that. So I might, I'll probably switch those to full blocks. All right. So what I was trying to say is I think I want to actually test this. Now, the P2P tunnel and the memory card I actually crafted up because there are quests right here. So I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and do this. And we'll be able to get the resources, specifically this titanium I wanted. So I have crafted those up, but I want to do some testing before I spend a ton of resources on this. We'll do that now. The battery buffer and this Laptron, these I did not craft, so we will delete them after I test this. But yeah, I want to, let me do this bag. I hate when it happens. Go away. I probably won't ever plant that, but I think originally I was actually thinking about that when originally we built this. I was like, I could use the that tree, but they're just like, I'm worried about lag, especially when we start adding 50 million entities to the base. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I just want to test the loss on the cables to see if it's better to run aluminum cables all the way over to the base, because that's a decent chunk of things. Or would it be better to just do 2 P2P tunnels and connect them with the cables? We got some crazy lightning going on. I do actually like that sound, so I usually leave it on, but hopefully it's not too annoying. So I'm thinking, yeah, if we do that. Yeah, plus I live in Florida where it thunderstorms like half the year. So it feels like home. Oh, I need... Oh, I did get capacity cards. That's convenient. The rest of the stuff was but the capacity cards are convenient. Yeah. So that... Just trying to... Like, I'm just throwing this down, so it's kind of awkward. I'm just trying to think how I can do this. Yeah, we'll just do that. Turn that to that one. I guess I need another aluminum cable into this battery. Oh, I guess there's only one. We'll just throw this down. I only have one battery, so I was just kind of curious if I could get like a reading on how much this is actually going to use. Right, we're good there. So that's so not getting power, but we could do that. We should be getting power over here now, I believe. No, we are not getting power. Failed to get power node info. Hmm. Let me, that's weird. Maybe if I... Maybe if I... Maybe if I place that down after. I feel like that's telling me it can't find... Oh. There it goes. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it just needed to kind of like... figure itself out. So that looks like it's doing 1937. I'm pretending like I know what I'm looking at. So I'm thinking if the full amp would be 2048, is that the cable loss? That's kind of what I'm assuming. So what was it? 2048 minus 19, what is it, 37? Was the... So 111, it appears to be... So 111 would be what? Just over 5%. Okay, I actually did kind of like some research and I came up with about 5%. So if my math is not completely crazy, it does look like it's about 5%. Now, let me do this. And move it over. I guess that would... Yeah, I guess that's not gonna... Yeah, we'll just... Now we'll lose... thing, but... Oh, I guess... No, that's not what I want to try. I want to try... another cable. I don't think this is gonna change it. Could be wrong, though. I think you need to connect them before you... Maybe that was what the problem was. That weird powered node thing. Uh-oh, now it's like weird again. Oh. There. Okay, now it doesn't want to work again. Why you don't work? Like, what did I do to... Why is it... Is that... Yeah, that's a GTE table. Alright, let's do... Boom, boom. What the... Alright, we'll be right back. Okay, I think I just didn't connect them correctly. Like, I probably just hit shift when I shouldn't. But, so it does appear that it's still the exact same. So the 1937, even though we added another one, which I was pretty sure that would be the thing. So what I am thinking, though, is if we are like outputting 4 amps of EV, I know we're only doing the one, but you know, if we had 4 batteries, we'd be pulling more power through here. I'm thinking with if it's like 110 or whatever, that means we can go 50 blocks. So I think, yeah, technically, I think we would probably be... It would be better to run cabling. But part of me almost just wants to run the P2P network instead. Because then we're going to be... Then we'll have access to the A system when we get over there, and then I don't have to run 2 separate cables. So I may actually do that. And I think I may do... No, I don't know if I'm going to do a battery buffer. I was thinking I may do battery buffers, but the more battery buffers and transformers you have, there's also loss when the power goes into those and then exit those. So I don't know if I want to add more. So maybe, yeah, have the P2P come here. And then, yeah, just output the thing. Now I'm just going to be moving the things over. So it's just going to be the distillation tower and stuff. That's all going to be... Oh, I just had a thought also. Oil. Yeah, I need to get oil in there. And we're doing that. Our long distance fluid pipes. Also, is this a blood moon? Feels redder than normal. Yeah. Pretty sure we have a blood moon. Yep, we do. Dang it, can't sleep. All right, let me do some... I'm going to need more of these cables. Fortunately, Yeah, they do require circuits. So, I mean, I guess it kind of is like, all right, so it's either do aluminum and rubber, or is it do these with circuits for every, I mean, now that I'm thinking about that, that's a lot of MV circuits. Not that MV circuits are difficult. All right, let me think about this. So after some consideration, I think I'm just going to go ahead and run cabling. At this point, I don't know if it's going to be entirely worth it to do the P2P stuff. We will obviously be doing that at some point. Let me just, all right, so that and that was the stuff I used for testing. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll just run the cable for now. Eventually we will be doing, well, we will be doing lasers. I really had fun doing lasers. Yeah, I lined that up correct. So we're going to do 2 amps out of there because we don't really need more than that. And we'll I'll run the cable over here. I actually have done this wrong. Yeah, I prefer that. Yeah, and then we will start moving our stuff over for the thing. I will probably be running the A system over to the blast furnace first, and then we will get this hooked up to the thing. So I'm going to use all those circuits and stuff to get the A system over there. So I've gone ahead, run cabling underneath the 2X coming out of a 2 amp diode, and we're running it over here. Got ahead and built a platform. I just threw up a cobblestone roof just because at the time it was actually raining. So I was like, let me just throw this up and cover up the machine so we don't have any explosions. I did put it down too far again, so I had to kind of build in there, but that doesn't matter. I believe it's like the controller that you have to be careful with, and possibly the controller. I don't remember if it's the controller or is it the blocks that use energy, like the energy hatch and stuff. I don't actually know which. Like if I had that empty and it was raining, I don't know if that would like catch on fire and blow up. I know the energy hatches would, but actually, I don't actually know about the controller. Yeah, so I'm starting to move this over. We got the oil coming in over here, and then we'll probably probably start throwing some travel anchors around so I can move about the base. Now, I usually throw them at the front of the base. If we go off kind of how I did it in the second season, I usually did it 2 or 3 blocks into the platform, and then I would have this stuff come in as well. Did I? No, there's a, yeah, okay, so there's a full, I was looking at that and I was getting kind of messed up by the slabs. I wasn't sure if that was like a full block there, but yeah, it is. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, since I didn't, all right, I gotta go up one. Yeah. Usually I would do like a completely flat. Everything would be on the same level, but we're trying to not do that, so I missed that one. There we go. And then we will... Did I? That's right. So I'm going to do this. Alright, so that is eventually going to be a travel anchor right there, but in the meantime, I'm going to place in this. So that's actually going to be a 2 amp. I don't think it matters because there's a diode over there anyway. So we can't ever get more than 2 amps, but I just like to have stuff set. Like, even if it doesn't matter, I just like switching that to 2 amps. So, alright, there we go, the 2 amps. And then I think I will do some battery buffers. It just helps with, like if there's a power issue or something like that, and instead of having a machine shut off, it drains the battery for a second and then it starts filling up again. Probably don't need it. It might even be a waste. I might do 6 batteries. And the reason the 6 batteries is for the cables. They handle 6 amps. At least the cables I am doing. Actually, the Electrum, is that HV? It is. That only handles 4. I was just thinking, because you get, 1 silver, 1 gold gets you Electrum, but I think just using the gold cables is the easiest at this point. For the 6 amps. Same loss, but it's just can handle a couple more. So yeah, we'll just do those. Double check. Yep, there we go. We are getting power. All right, so with that, we can start connecting all this stuff. I am going to have to figure out how the heck I am getting this over here. The oil. I feel like I may be... You know what? Actually, gonna be a bit of a pain moving these long distance things, but maybe I'll actually do a long distance pipe. Coming up there into there, and then maybe doing some sort of kind of decoration around the pipe. I don't know. I don't particularly want to have a blue pipe just going up into a building. It's hidden, at least with over there, but yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Okay, I've got most of this stuff moved over here. I do think I'm probably going to switch the long distance pipes, I think. I'll just switch them over to there, and then maybe I can hide them in some way. Maybe not do like a tree trunk type thing, but yeah, maybe like a steel scaffolding or something like that. A little more kind of industrial looking. But yeah, I'm thinking it'll probably come up here and then into that. Can never remember which direction that needs to face. That's the output. So I think this face is the input and then the other side's the output, I think. But I'm going to have to move that, and that's a lot of work. And I guess I need to make sure I have everything for it, because if we're... I just can't break my fuel setup because this is what powers the base. So, ooh, that is dropping. We've been running the blast furnace and stuff, so we are going through that. So I'm gonna have to get that set up. All right, I'm gonna redo this now that we have a bit more room. I'm gonna have to plan this out a lot better than we were doing before. So I'm going to take some time and figure that out. We will probably switch to ender conduits instead of the GregTech pipes. I think, possibly. Yeah, now we have vibrant alloy. I can actually craft those up. Relatively easy-ish. Although it is 1 plate per conduit. But I'm thinking, 20 fluid conduits should get us set up. But yeah, I'm going to have to figure out spacing and how to fit all this stuff in. And then I have to figure out how to get the power into our things. Probably at least a first run that, but again, P2P, maybe. I don't know. We could see. It'd be fun to maybe kind of experiment a little bit. We're still kind of working on getting everything automated, and so all the crafting's still quite manual at the moment. So, but we're working on that. I needed to get this set up, and that kind of frees up a lot of room underneath, so we can start getting more machines and like multiple assemblers and all that stuff, and that just makes auto crafting that much easier. All right, so I got a lot of planning to do here, and we will see what I come up with next episode. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today, so thanks for watching, and have a good one.